Have you ever noticed that the closer we get to understanding ghosts, the stranger they become?
Yeah, like every time humans invent something new, the ghosts go, "Oh, brilliant, a new way to freak you out."
Did you hear that?
Please tell me that was you.
Could tell you it was me, but me words aren't going quick enough.
What we say about technology?
Welcome back, Shack Packers.
Hi, welcome. Sorry, my stomach just went. So if it came over the microphone, I'm so sorry.
No, I didn't hear it, so you're fine.
There's no ghosts here. It was just me.
So come on in, everybody, if you're listening. Shake off the rain if it's raining. Hang up your coat on the peg by the door. The kettle's already boiled. We're tucked here in our little shack in the Brittany woods, where the floorboards creak and the candles flicker. And
our resident Victorian ghost is either napping or judging us from the rafters. He's not here, is he?
He said he was off to consult with Rich about electromagnetic anomalies, which I think means he's gossiping.
Mortimer? Gossiping? Never.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Rabbit, rabbit? What is with the rabbit? Have you lost your rabbit?
No, it's chatting. Have you not heard the song? Rabbit, 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 rabbit. No? Forget it.
The look of confusion on my face says it all.
Before we dive in, if you've got a spooky story, a family haunting, or something weird that's happened to you, please send it to us at shackpackinbox@gmail.com.
Yeah, we do get really excited to read your messages. So it's always nice to hear from our listeners.
Yeah. Or any comments underneath if you're on YouTube. That'd be great. And honestly, some of you have told us about things that would make a Victorian ghost pack their bags and leave.
Well, we hope.
Yeah, we can only hope. So let's swing that light and settle in for the main part of our little episode this week.
Exciting.
Yeah, and we're going to sort of pick up from last week, in actual fact, when we were talking about the Victorians and their haunting stuff that they did.
A sort of fascination with haunting.
Yeah. Last week we talked about the Victorians, the original influences of golf. Why do I say golf? Ghost.
The original influences of golf. Do you know what golf stands for? Do you know what golf stands for? Here's a bit of useless information for you.
Yeah, go on.
It was gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
No, really?
Yeah. Who'd have thought it?
Who'd have... Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I don't want to play golf anyway. They can keep it. It's fine.
No, it's just chucking balls around as far as I'm concerned.
All a load of balls.
Yes. All a load of balls. So, let me pull that down. Last week, we talked about the Victorians, the original influences of ghost culture.
It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it?
It is. But tonight, we're moving forward into the 20th century. Into the age of electricity, radio waves, cameras, tape recorders, and eventually digital everything.
So basically an era where the ghosts kind of went, oh, cool, they have new toys. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the first twist of the night. The moment humans invented new technology, ghosts started using it.
Or at least the humans thought they did.
Yeah. And that's the fun bit. So picture this. It's the early 1900s. Electricity is spreading. People are hearing strange hums, flickers, pops, pops in their homes, things they've never heard before.
And instead of thinking, oh, that's just dodgy wiring, they went, Aunt Mildred is back.
Exactly.
I mean, I think in that sort of day and age when electricity was first active, you know, and becoming a thing, I think flickers are going to be normal, aren't they? You know, fluctuations in electricity flow and all that stuff is going to be fairly normal. So I suppose I can understand how the only way they had to interpret that was Aunt Mildred.
Yeah. But that, I mean, you say that back in the Victorian age when electricity was new, that happens still to us in France.
I was going to say, it doesn't change much, does it?
No. I'll switch the kettle on and the lights dim.
All the lights in the house go dim, yeah. Yeah, you can't run the washing machine and the kettle at the same time.
No. Yeah. I tried that at Christmas with the rest of the family when they were all here, and I had the oven on, I had the kettle boiling, I had the mini oven on.
Oh,
I think somebody put the washing machine on, and all of a sudden the whole house just went clunk.
Yeah, can't do that. Can't do
no
that.
Electric. All gone.
Just
no, sorry,
you're using too much, and therefore no, not allowed.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. So it still happens in rural areas of France.
Certainly does. It certainly does.
Yeah. Yeah. Ghosts evolved with the times. They became electrical.
Static on radios, lights flickering, phones ringing with no one there.
I've got lots of stories about that. Oh, and then the big one, the tape recorder.
Ah, yes, the birth of the EVP, electronic voice phenomena, or as I like to call it, is that a ghost or did someone breathe too close to the mic?
Ooh, that was a noise. But here's the reveal. Some of the earliest EVPs were recorded accidentally. People were taping music or interviews, and voices appeared that shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, okay, that's creepy.
One man, now I'm never going to get this man's name right. Frederick, I can manage that. Jurgensen, probably.
I think it might be a Hergensen with a J as a H. I'm not sure.
He claimed that he heard his dead mother calling his name on a recording.
See, that's the kind of thing that would make me throw the recorder into a lake. Like, just no. Nope. Abort. Get away.
Yeah, we won't blame anything else apart from the actual recorder itself.
Yeah, broken. Or it will be when I put a bat through it or something. Yes.
Fast forward to the late 20th century, and then you've got camcorders, night vision cameras, infrared, and suddenly ghosts weren't just whispers. They were shapes and shadows and orbs.
Ah, the orb. The most controversial blob of dust in paranormal history. Do you know, my brother tried to debunk this whole thing. He was trying to do a photograph with orbs in it, right? And he thought that they were like water vapor, molecules of water in the air, and that was what was, you know, refracting. So he got a friend of ours to wet the end of her hair, right? So to dip her hair in water and then flick it around like a crazy person, right? And then we took photos as she did it to try and make orbs. We didn't get any. None at all. No. So it's not that. I don't know what it is, but it's not that.
And there you go. Was it a proper scientific investigation, though?
Well, we took photos in the room before she did it.
Oh, right, okay.
And there were, like, arguably some-ish kind of, you know, and then we did it, and there was nothing. Couldn't see anything at all. And then we took some afterwards, and we didn't have any there either. So it was like, oh, well, I don't know.
Perhaps the spirit didn't want to get wet and decided it wasn't going to play your stupid games.
Yeah, I think that was probably it. Yeah, if there was anything there before it went, what are you doing, you crazy people?
Yeah, I'm off. I'm gone. Some people swear that orbs are spirits. Others say they are dust, insects, moisture, or camera artifacts.
I mean, sometimes it's got to be dust or something like that, hasn't it? Sometimes it's a bug. That was always a good one. A spider really close to the security camera, and they're like, "Oh, what's that?" It's a spider. It's fine. And sometimes I guess it's something else.
Yeah,
could be anything.
And that something else is what keeps us all hooked, waiting for the evidence. What is a spirit in the modern age, though? Here's where things get interesting. Modern paranormal investigations don't all agree on what a ghost actually is.
Yeah, there are just so many theories out there. It's mad.
Well, some say that it is a conscious soul. Others say it is a memory imprint.
And I suppose that fits with some of the stories that we've already covered. Like that sort of memory of somebody or an image of somebody as they would be elsewhere, but like the soldier on the stairs, that whole thing. Yeah.
Some believe it is energy, electromagnetic, residual, or emotional. We talked a bit about that last week. And some think ghosts are glitches,
like the universe buffering or something. A glitch in the matrix. That's what it is.
It's the matrix. That's what it is. The universe buffering, exactly. The sort of a moment replaying itself. The matrix resetting itself. A loop or a tear in the fabric.
Or a Victorian man stuck in a shack because of a clerical error.
Yes, our clerical error, I think. Oh dear. He's around, I think.
For the record, I was not a clerical error. I was a misfiled soul.
Well, that's literally the definition of a clerical error.
I refuse to engage in this slander. Good evening.
He's gone
sulking
again.
Now. He's sulking on me now.
He'll be fine. He loves us, really.
He secretly loves my sense of humour. It's fine.
He does.
Bless him. With a big stick.
Yeah. So let's talk tools. Because modern ghost hunting is basically a mix of science, guesswork, and vibes.
Mostly vibes.
But we've got EMF meters, spirit boxes, thermal cameras, motion sensors, digital recorders, REM pods, and apps, which are questionable at best.
Yeah, and if your ghost app has ads, then I hate it already.
Don't trust
Could you imagine?
it.
It'd be a nightmare.
Yeah.
You'd just be getting into your spiritual vibe, and then all of a sudden some advert comes on 4 times louder than everything else, because they always do, don't they?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Here's a reveal. Some investigators believe that spirits manipulate electromagnetic fields. Because
magnetic? Did you say magnetic fields?
I might have done. I think the word is magnetic.
I think magnetic's even better.
Electromagnetic fields, because it's the easiest way to interact with our world.
Which would explain why the lights flicker, why electronics glitch, and why your phone battery dies in haunted places, supposedly.
Yes.
It's never happened to me, but...
And why Mortimer continues to turn off the kettle.
It whistles far too aggressively.
Really? That's just mean. It's almost like, stealing every left sock. I say left sock because my socks are everlasting socks, okay? I paid a lot of money for them, and I bought one set of these, like a collection of these socks, right? And I've never bought any more socks. I love my everlasting socks, but they have a mark on the outside of them. So I have a left and a right. So I have to pair them up. And when I lose one, I blame Mortimer because he must be stealing my left sock. It
Just
does
the
show up
left
again.
one?
Yeah, does show up again, but I curse him every time it happens.
Yeah. He's just trying to kid you.
Yeah.
Just until you get cross with him.
Yeah, playing his Mortimer games. I know your game. I'm on to you.
So let me tell you a modern haunting that blends everything that we've talked about.
Oh, there we go. Swing the light.
Swing that light. A family in Wales moved into a cottage built in the 1800s. They kept hearing footsteps upstairs, even when no one was home. But here's the twist. The footsteps always happened at the same time, 2:14 a.m.
Just a residual haunting?
Possibly.
This is one of those time ones, you know?
But then their baby monitor started picking up a woman's voice. Soft humming, like a lullaby.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. Especially if there is a baby in that room, because I'm telling you what, absolutely not. That's creeper like vibes there. No, we're not doing that. No. If you are at any point brought back into the spirit world, right? If you die and you come back, don't do creepy shit like that. It's not big and it's not clever and it don't cut no ice with me.
They checked the monitor's frequency. There was nothing nearby that could interfere. And then they found an old diary in the attic. I don't think it was like straight away. I think, they didn't just go, oh yeah, she comes every oh, there's a diary in the attic.
Oh, magic. Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't just like appear on the breakfast table or something. And said, I've come from the attic. But they eventually found an old diary in the attic. A woman who lived there in 1903 had written about losing her child and how she walked the hallway every night at 2:14, humming to calm herself.
Okay, so that's sad. A little creepy, but then kind of sad again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Okay, so you're not doing it to talk to the child that's in the room. Like, you're trying to soothe yourself because that's really sad.
That is sad. Modern tech didn't create the haunting. It just revealed it.
So she'd been doing this already. She'd been doing this for the whole time. Can you imagine? Like, just 100 years of pacing the floor and.
But here's the thing people don't always realise. These tools aren't actually designed to find ghosts.
They're designed to measure something else entirely? Or we're just borrowing them?
Exactly. An EMF meter, for example, is meant to detect electromagnetic fields from wiring, appliances, power sources.
So when it spikes in the middle of an empty room?
Investigators start asking what's causing that field.
And if the answer is nothing that we can see, that's when it gets interesting, I suppose.
Yeah, it does. Although, interestingly, I watched Ghost Theory a few weeks ago now, and they were having spikes on theirs every time they walked through into a particular room. And this is why I like these guys.
So was there some kind of electrical thing around the doorway somewhere?
Yeah. Tucked right up in a corner. They opened like a little cupboard thing, and there was the electric meter.
I'll do it.
Yeah. So
we like the ghost hunters that debunk themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Who don't automatically assume that it's paranormal.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's those people, when they do that, I'm more likely to believe them when they go, actually, we can't find anything. We don't know what's causing it. I'm more likely to believe that.
Yeah.
Over somebody who,
Yeah. Although they were talking the other night and saying that sometimes they try and debunk too much. They'll put every noise down in the end. Oh yeah, it could be a rat in the attic, or it could be this, or it could be that, or perhaps it's the wind coming through a broken window, perhaps it's and in the end you're just like, no, that was weird. What you've just seen and what you've just heard is weird.
Yeah. And there's a difference between, if you are listening to it and they're saying, oh, it could be the wind coming through this, window that doesn't fit correctly or whatever. If you've just listened to it and you're like, that doesn't sound anything like a breeze through a window, then, Yeah.
And plus the fact that it doesn't happen again, or it hasn't happened up until then. And and then one of them will say, yeah, but it's not windy tonight. Like that. So they debunk themselves and then they talk themselves out of it. But it's interesting to see how they don't automatically go for the paranormal, but they still scare themselves shitless. And they're rather fun to watch. And then you've got spirit boxes, also called ghost boxes. They rapidly scan radio frequencies. It's the one thing I have real issues listening to on video, on YouTube, is when they scan all these stations and all you can hear is it's horrible.
Yeah. It's almost worse than a bored teenager in the 90s.
Yeah.
Channel hopping.
Yeah, it is. And I personally find it really, I normally whiz forward on it. I'm like, I just cannot listen to the noise that I don't know. There's something about it that really, I don't know. It doesn't wind me up or anything. It's just, I just don't like listening to it.
I was going to say it's a sound that is particularly obnoxious. It's just aggravating.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not even that.
No?
It's weird. No, it's just like, I just can't listen to it. It just, I don't know. It resonates, I think, inside me. And I'm just like, no, Will.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Or just go, I don't know what it is. Weird.
It upsets your inner mojo.
It does. Now that is a good description. And the idea is that spirits can manipulate fragments of the sound. I certainly wouldn't. If I was a spirit, I would have nothing to do with one of them. Into slices of words to form responses in real time.
Or we're just very good at turning random noises into meaning. I have listened to some of this, and there have been times when I've heard things on these spirit boxes, and yeah, sometimes it's been weird, but I struggle to believe it wholeheartedly, because this thing can be churning out all of these sounds and somebody else can be just tuning into it with another radio over. Do you know what I mean? There's no way of knowing unless you're there and you're aware of the crew or whatever, however many people are in the building, blah, blah, blah. So for me, I find that one difficult over TV or a video or something like that. I just,
Yeah. Or a random voice coming through that could belong to some hunters outside. Dad and I had little
walkie-talkies.
Well, walkie-talkies,
unless you're French, in which case it's a talkie-walkie.
Brilliant. Well, we were in France, so it was a talkie-walkie. We had one when I was in the house and he was working up the village. And we were chatting to each other and just telling him I'd made the coffee. And all of a sudden, there was this strange person's voice coming over. And we were like, I was like, was that you? And Dad was like, no. Was that you? I was like, no. And then he was like, that's weird. And I went, yeah. I said, it's some strange language as well. It wasn't French, that's for sure.
It could have been Breton, I suppose.
It could have been Breton, but it sounded more like something like Hungarian or...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a weird... Yeah, and that came over both our walkie-talkies. We were like, right, okay, let's turn them off now.
I was going to say, time to change the channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got them here, and we always used to use, one when we were out, or when one of us goes over to check our neighbour's goats or what have you, and we'll take a radio just in case, because half the time you don't get any signal on your mobile, so you know, just got to use the walkie-talkies. But we've got a couple of really good ones and some pretty naff ones, and the pretty good ones, I've never had anything interfere with them so far. Touch wood. So that one, they've been all right, but the cheaper ones, they can get interference from all sorts of stuff. So
Hungarian hunters,
it's normal stuff.
Hungarian hunters, I think ours was. I don't know. I had no idea at all. But sometimes the replies through these are very specific: names, dates, and direct answers.
Which is when I go from that's static to absolutely not. But again, I do struggle to... If I was there, maybe it would be a different situation. But, who's to say you're not calling out this answer and some guy is like outside going, yeah, there you go. Happened about this time. Yeah, I don't know. I struggle with them.
Okay, thermal cameras are another fascinating one. They don't see the ghosts. They see temperature change.
Like cold spots or warm spots or something.
Yeah. So sudden drops in temperature in very specific shapes or areas.
So when the cold patch moves towards you...
you make a sign of the cross.
Yeah. Telling me cross. Bugger off and leave us alone. Yeah.
I'm very cross. You don't need a manual to know that that's not central heating, especially if you're in an abandoned house that has no heating at all on. And REM pods, they create a small electromagnetic field around themselves. I quite like these.
A little invisible bubble. I don't know what these are.
Yeah, they're like, if something enters the field... So there's a magnetic field. If something enters that field, it sets off the lights and it makes a noise. So basically, you've got to get very close to it. And obviously, they put it in an area that's quite a distance away. And then if it goes off at some time while they're there, and they're not in the vicinity, they sometimes got locked off cameras that will show that area. And then you see...
So it's in an area where they're not going.
Yeah. I tend to lean towards Ghost Story because it's them that I watch most. I will put a link to their thing afterwards. But I tend to watch them more than anything because I just like their sense of humour and I like the way they go about doing the investigations that they do. So, but yeah, they always put a locked off camera on theirs so that, or they are standing either side of it. So one's at one end of the corridor, one's at the other. They're obviously nowhere near the REM pod in the middle. And then all of a sudden it'll go off and they're just like, or sometimes they'll get it to bleep to say yes. So they try and they'll try and have a conversation. So they'll explain to whatever energy or spirit is there. They will ask them if they go close to this item, it won't hurt them. It will just make a noise, and they can use it as a form of communication if they wish to. So sometimes that's how it's used. And then there's EVP recording, and still one of the most widely used methods.
Is this the classic, is there anybody with us kind of thing?
Yeah. Followed by 10 seconds of silence, of course, that you later listen back to.
Yeah, and suddenly there's a voice that definitely wasn't there at the time. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my question. Do you think ghosts actually use technology, or do we just finally have the tools sensitive enough to pick them up? Like, in this communication sense, like, are they using it to actively communicate, or are they just having fun with it now that we've got it?
Oh, I think they have fun with it, yeah. Both. I think spirits use whatever they can, and I think we're finally listening when we get good reactions backwards and forwards.
It's interesting. It's an interesting thing, because I wonder sometimes if there will come a time when we have like the Victorian lights flickering sort of state where we can now go, actually, we know that it's just unstable electricity, right? And, you know, peaks and troughs in the flow. And whether or not we will hit a time where we go, oh, well, there was a time when we thought that these sounds and everything were spirits and ghosts, but we now know that they are blank.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's interesting to me.
Yeah. So here's one for our listeners. Do you think that a spirit is a person, a memory, energy, or something we don't have words for yet? It could be a time slip. That's something else. Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah. And do you think that modern ghosts behave differently than Victorian ones? Have they learned? Because honestly, Mortimer is very on brand for this era. You know? And, you know, I'm not sure that his awareness of technology has progressed at all, if I'm honest. But
no. But there again,
because I mean, you could still have a person, or the memory of a person, or the energy of a person's memory. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know what our listeners think.
Yeah. It was interesting the other day. I was listening to somebody talking about spirits and ghosts, and they said, why is it every time you see a ghost, it's from the Victorian era? They've always got like Victorian type clothes on, or old fashioned type clothes. You never see anyone there that's dressed as a hippie or
it's true. Maybe they have to wait a certain amount of time in limbo before they're allowed back. We just haven't reached that point yet.
Yeah.
There's like a waiting room, and they've only just been processed, and now they're allowed to go through.
So the waiting room at the moment is sort of the Edwardian Victorian sort of era. Yeah. And that's the ghost that we see, perhaps in years to come.
Yeah, see, in 100 years' time, 200 years' time, it'll be
us. It'll be us. We'd be the ghosts.
Dodgy flares and flowers.
Yeah. I'll be setting all the cameras off, mate, I'll tell you. But here's where things take a very modern turn. Ghost hunting isn't just happening in dark buildings anymore. It's happening live.
Yeah, welcome to the era of live stream hauntings.
Investigators, of course, now broadcast on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram in real time. Ghost hunts where thousands of people are watching at the same time.
And they're all shouting, "Did you see that?" in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, go back to, and they pick a particular time.
Timestamp. Yeah.
And what's fascinating is the audience becomes part of the investigation.
Yeah, they'll stop things the investigators miss. You know, they'll stop the whole show, you know, by going, right, like we said, go back to this time and have a look at this, that, and the other. And it's just like, it's really interesting how everybody really, really wants to get involved. The things that always bug me about the comment sections of some of these videos is that they spot things like the spiders, like a bug that flew past, and they're absolutely convinced that it was some kind of spirit, or, you know, somebody put a video online a couple of weeks ago and I watched this video, and the thing that the person, I had to go back through and have a look, because I didn't see anything at the beginning. And I had a look through because it was like this huge garage, you know, one of the big American garages. And it was a camera way up in the corner, so you're seeing the whole room. And I didn't know where to look, so I was, you know, I was doing my best, sort of scanning for movement, kind of thing. And anyway, once I'd gone into it and found out what it was, I was like, actually, that was a little bit weird. Was a little bit weird. Don't know what caused that. Not quite sure. But the amount of people that saw other things, you know, and they were like, oh, did you see that it did this? Or did you see that this happened? And I'm like, no, I didn't see any of those things. No, know where you're looking. I don't, perhaps you just need to clean your glasses because I didn't see that. Anyway, my frustrations. I have similar frustrations with situations like this. I have similar frustrations when you're looking at like security camera footage of some idiot doing something really nasty or really unkind, and they show the security camera footage, which is the worst quality footage you've ever seen in your life. And it's like, oh great, and we're supposed to know who this person is, are we? I'm sure I'm going to spot him in the supermarket next week. I wouldn't have a bloody clue. He could have walked past me twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it might. You never know.
Images.
It might have been exactly what you were seeing, and you'll just see this fuzzy person walk past.
Some pixelated weird guy.
And go, it was you.
It was you. Yeah. Just like that.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the crowd, the people watching live especially, are all looking for the shadows in the corners, a voice in the background, a movement that's just off camera, or as they swing the camera around, catching something. I was watching something last night and someone had said, given a timestamp to something and said, look at the reflection in the window. Oh, I don't know how many times I had to press pause to get exactly at the right timestamp. I had to keep going back and back. I got it in the end, and I was looking at it. I'm like, the only reflection I could see was the bloke doing the filming. I'm sorry.
If you've ever had what, because we are predisposed to pick up faces, so it's like I used to have in my bedroom as a child one of those Artex ceilings with all the stipples on it, you know, and they were great to pick off the little blobs anyway, but I always saw faces and animals and all sorts of things in that speckled, you know, ceiling. So I can understand how people see faces and images in things.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is their failure to recognize that that's what it is. Like, and to go, perhaps that's one of those moments where I've spotted an image that looks like a face. So yeah, I mean, I'm skeptical unless they're really clear.
Yeah, I can totally understand a reflection that looks like a face, and I can understand people going, "Oh, I saw a face. And lots of other people going, "Oh God, yeah, I can see a face. I can see a face." And then somebody comes in and says, "It could be just you're seeing." There's a name for it, and I can't remember what it's called. There's an actual word for noticing faces in patterns.
Okay. The word that you are looking for. I say. Sorry, my computer just shit itself. The word that you are in fact looking for, and I have to try and say this now. I can't even say it. I can't even read this word. I don't even know how you say it. It's like pareidolia.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's it. Read it. Spell it out to me.
Okay, it's PAREIDOLIA.
Pareidolia. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Pareidolia. I'm sure that's what it is.
Pronunciation. Wait a minute. When your app has ads. Oh, just fuck off. You can cut this bit out.
I'm not going to now. I'm going to keep this bit in.
Just me swearing at the advert.
That might have to be the title of the episode, when your app has ads.
Pareidolia. There you go. Pareidolia. Pareidolia.
There you go.
Is the tendency to perceive faces
in patterns and things. Yeah. Textures and things like that. Perfect. So there are entire channels dedicated to paranormal investigations now. In the UK, you've got teams like overnight style investigations and creators inspired by groups like the Paranormal Files, Ghost Theory, Adam Mark Investigates. I'm going to put all their links down below. Your turn.
I don't know where I'm at now. Oh, in the US. Yes, in the US, it's huge. It is massive productions, and they are. They are massive. Having said that, though, it's kind of like everything in the US is kind of like grandized. It's, sometimes a little bit over the top. Just saying. Sorry, it's a bit over the top for me. I'm sorry. Moving on.
Sam and Colby and the legacy of ghost adventures have shaped how people expect a ghost hunt to look and feel. If anybody is out there and knows better, other ones, not necessarily better.
Or if you've got a ghost, paranormal podcast or a paranormal video,
YouTube channel. Let us know.
Let us know, and by all means, shout it out.
Yeah, you can come on.
It out. Yeah,
you can come on and talk to us. We'll have you on the show.
But I think it's that expectation of those videos being the fact that there's lots of night vision, shouting, occasional running. I mean, I used to laugh hysterically at, what's her face? Most Haunted.
Yvette Fielding.
She used to crack me up because it was really funny one day. And I remember them going up a flight of stairs, and she was the first one to fling everything in her hands and run screaming from the room, which was just hysterical to me. But they were doing a walk around at the beginning, and they were going up this flight of stairs, and all of a sudden she grabbed hold of the person in front of her on the stairs, and she grabbed hold of the person behind her. She went, "Oh, what's that? What's that noise? What's that noise?" And the guy behind her went, "Yvette, I think it's a plane going over." It's just brilliant. I was like, that for me, that summed it up absolutely beautifully. It was just like, she's on edge from the moment she got in there. Very funny, very amusing, thoroughly enjoyed it.
And across Europe, it's growing too. Smaller teams, often more atmospheric, less dramatic, and more investigative.
More quiet dread, less run.
But it doesn't stop there. There are now guided ghost walks, overnight investigations that you can book, even historical locations that invite the public in to hunt with equipment.
Which is wild when you think about it. The Victorians held seances in parlours. Yeah.
Yes. And now we're walking around castles with EMF meters and night vision cameras.
Same sort of curiosity, but with different gadgets, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly the same. Still trying to prove stuff. And TikTok has added something else entirely. Short, sharp, terrifying clips. Those like jump scare things.
Yeah. 30 seconds of what was that? And suddenly you're sleeping with the lights on. But then they don't always, and this is one of the things that bugs me, is that they don't always follow up on it. So sometimes they'll do, there was a mystery room in my house that I found, and then they'll take a month before they update anything or do anything with it. And it's frustrating. If you're going to tell a story like that, just make it consistent and put the videos on, because we want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Don't
do
reel me in and then do nothing with it.
Yeah. I do remember watching one at one time, and I'm very careful now what I watch. And it was around Halloween, I think, and someone had done a really good little short on TikTok. And it was something coming, like a shape or something towards the camera. You couldn't see exactly what it was. And there was this like nice sort of weird music playing. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, there was this scary, really scary face that just went like that into the camera. And it's
for those of you just listening and not able to see what that was my mum pushing her face right into the camera with her tongue out, doing the old-fashioned "what's up" kind of face. So there you go. To give you a visual.
It's well worth if you just listen to this to come on and have a look around about 45-ish minutes into the video, and it be round about there that I do it.
I do think that needs to be a clip that we put on TikTok.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I could put it on just TikTok. But I tell you what, it was in the night when I was looking at this, and I jumped. I tell you what, I crapped myself. So whatever they were trying to achieve, they certainly did it.
They achieved it for you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant.
Okay, but here's the deeper question. When thousands of people are watching, listening, analysing every single frame, are we getting closer to the truth? Or are we shaping the haunting as we watch it?
Like, are we observing ghosts or accidentally creating them? It's an interesting thing because a person can be extremely rational and intelligent, but a collection of people are often completely out of their minds.
Yeah.
And can jump on bandwagons, you know?
Yeah.
Like one person says they see something and all of a sudden everyone else has seen it and it's even worse. And oh my God, did you see that bit as well? And it riles everybody up into craziness. So honestly, I don't know the answer to that question, but it's kind of cool.
It is, yeah. And it's not just the UK and the US. Japan has a huge culture of tech-based hauntings. South America blends folklore with modern investigation. And in places like Eastern Europe, you still get that raw mix of old superstition and new equipment.
So no matter where you go, ghosts seem to adapt to their local flavour. Kind of like a mushroom or something.
All spirits are mushrooms.
They're mushrooms.
Now.
You just get close to something and kind of pick up its flavour, you know?
Yeah. So before we finish tonight, here's a thought. If ghosts evolve with us, if they adapt to our technology and they learn new ways to reach across the veil, then maybe the question isn't, are ghosts real? Maybe the question is, what will they become next?
And if your phone buzzes at 2:14 in the morning, don't assume that it's a notification. Could be something else. Or it could be Credit Agricole at 3:15 or something. 3:33. I don't know, whatever bloody time that they continue to send notifications through to my phone in the middle of the sodding night. I swear I'm going to start texting them. I'm going to start texting them every night for like a week. Like 12 times. I'll set them up in advance. I will set an alarm for that, I tell you, because it's driving me insane. And it tells me nothing. They go, oh, there is something for you to view on your account. No, there isn't.
It really isn't.
You seem to be under the impression that I haven't checked, that I'm not aware of what my account is doing. I'm fully aware. You know, I'm on it all the time. I don't need your help for this.
Perhaps it's the ghosts of the bank.
Yeah.
The banking ghosts.
Yeah. I don't need them to tell me that I don't have any money. It's fine. I'm fully aware of it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, it's telling me at 3:15 in the morning. You're skint. Just by the way, just in case you didn't know.
just letting you know.
You're skint. And again the next day, just you're still skint.
Please do keep your devices charged, because it's so satisfying to see your faces when we drain them.
Dear, yes, we know more about you draining batteries. It's not fun.
Oh, dear. Honestly. Well, folks, do remember to keep your minds open and your lamps lit. And we will see you again next week.
It's fine. She was supposed to share that.
I'm so sorry. That was not my line. I'm so used to saying the whole damn thing.
We will see you again next week for a belly load of amateur podcasting. In fact, it'll be an episode of The Shack After Dark next week.
Lovely. Great.
Lovely.
So even more improvisation.
Yeah, loads. Good night, Shack Packers.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out in the shack with us. If you've got a strange story, theory, or even just a spooky question, send it to shackpackinbox@gmail.com, because we'd love to hear from you. Follow us to ensure that you never miss an episode of The Freaking Shack, because listening to us is much cheaper than therapy and slightly more spooky. Until we meet again next week, Shackpackers, take care.